Good morning, everyone. Hi, everyone, and wish you a very good morning. Hope you are all charged up for today's session. It's a welcome session, and the intention of today's session is to help you with a mental model and the right methodology to approach things. I'm going to be your coach today. My name is Ria Panjabi, and I have been a part of Trainity for a while now. I take charge of the success coaching sessions here, the career coaching sessions, and I'm really excited to meet you all today. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So the whole objective of today's session is to break out of, oh, I don't have experience, oh, I don't have a job, whatever beliefs you have that I'm not good enough. I've never done an internship. I don't think I'll be able to kind of do well in these 3 months of the program that I've enrolled with Trinity. I want you to come out of it, break out of it. And today's session is going to actually help you to build that mental model and learn the right methodology. I have a question that, in fact, let me do one thing. Let me put up an image for you. I just created this image. So there are two students. You have two types of students always, wherever you go. Okay. There is a student A, and then there is a student B. Okay. Type of student, I'm saying student type A, student type B. You'll always find these in the classroom. Okay. The teacher is the same, the subjects are the same, the curriculum, the content, the resources available are the same. But student A somehow shines. Student A gets the best internships, aces in their academics, is an all rounder basically. And student type B, they somehow, with the same privileges that student type A has got, they get the same, but still they're not quite able to make it in life. Why do you think that happens? We'll always find this wherever we go. Student type A, student type B. I'm hoping that today, in today's life, I don't have student type B, I just have student type A. But generally, when you go to an audience, when you go to a college, when you go to a school, you'll find that. Why is it that the student A always wants to ace, always wants to be like that person who's a go-getter, and not that the student A does not fail, not that the student A does not have difficulties. In fact, the student A is pretty average. Okay, if you look at the intellect, A and B type of students have the same. Sometimes B type students are smarter, in fact, right? Then why is it that this A type kind of shines? Why is it that the A type gets better internships at better companies and climbs the corporate ladder faster, earns much more? It's all about the mindset, the methodology to which you apply new skills. Okay. So if you want to be in the top 1% of whichever field you are in, you need to learn the right way of learning. Okay. So you look at any ancient history, you look at the culture, you look at the Gurukul system for that matter. They always teach you the right principles on how to learn. They don't really go ahead and make you mug up things. They put you in an environment where you learn by yourself. But yes, they always guide you that you need to have the skill to learn a new skill, right? So with that, we are going to go ahead and start with today's session. So let's go ahead and let me move to the next part. Okay. Student A knows how to grab an opportunity. Fantastic. Student A believes, trust the process. I love that point. They trust the process. I would like to go ahead and even add the point that's there on the slide right now. Student A somehow trusts the guru or the mentor. Okay. They are adaptable to change, right? Student B is overthinking, sometimes even underthinking, not thinking. Ari, this was not taught to me. Why should I do it? Okay. So the first thing to remember when you're trying to learn, when you're trying to apply a new skill, okay, each one of us needs a mentor. Like I was talking to you some time back about Gurukul, I was talking to you about ancient history, culture. Look wherever you look at Mahabharata, you look at Ramayana, wherever, okay, you'll always find that there was a mentor, there was a guru, okay, and this person A, he or she is the follower. Full faith in the guru. Whatever the guru teaches me. See, understand, the guru is not somebody who has all the answers. Let me bring that out very clearly. Okay. He or she is not somebody who has all the answers. But the student type A is somebody who has faith that being in the guru's presence, we'll still get the answers. And the student type B always has doubts. Will I be able to trust this guru? Will I be able to, kind of flourish in the industry that I want to flourish? Right? So when you are with Trinity, all your mentors, if you like the word guru, you can take it as guru. But if you don't, I leave it up to you. The point is mentor. Okay. Many times students say, ma'am, I don't want any guru in my life. I leave the word up to you. It could be a mentor, it could be a coach, whatever word you want to keep in your mind. See, typically what happens is that when you join Trainity, it's a 3-month program, you'll come across a lot of mentors. You can call them your gurus. And these mentors, including me, I'm going to be one of your mentors here, right? We don't believe in spoon feeding because a true mentor will never spoon feed you. They will show you the path and they'll tell you, now you go ahead and walk on the path and, face the roses, face the thorns. I'm just going to warn you about it, right? So a guru will never go ahead and, hold your hand and say, let's walk together. A guru will say, okay, that's the path. On the way, there'll be roses and thorns, but I know if you surpass all those thorns, that there is a bed of roses out there, or there is something really beautiful in store for you. So when you have faith in what your guru is speaking, you will succeed. And I am not saying that student type B who does not follow a guru will not succeed. No, student type B will also succeed. It's just that when a student type B does not trust a guru, they will go to another guru, another guru, another guru, and finally they will trust somebody. Okay. So it may happen along your journey that you get a mentor and you may not quite resonate with that mentor, and it's fine. Give that mentor some time. They're not just here, for time pass, right? They are here for a reason. Trinity saw something in them, and that's why they're here on this platform, right? So it may happen. You may be skeptic at the start. Ki, is this the right mentor for me? I don't think he or she is teaching me properly. You may be a person type B then, but have the patience, give the mentor some time, and you'll notice that slowly when you start trusting your mentor, you'll become a person A. Okay. And if you're still not able to kind of have this belief in the mentor, then probably you need to do your own research. And along the way, student type Bs will be successful with another mentor. Okay. So there's no forcing you that, hey, you know what? This is your mentor, better go and trust him. We can't do that. As a mentor over here sitting with you as your coach, I can just tell you that when you have faith in whom you're listening to, you are going to succeed. Okay. I'll give you my personal example, and I'll be very honest here, okay, because I believe that when you're honest, people really understand your journey. So earlier, I used to find this entire system very silly. Why do I need a mentor? I saw my teachers in school, I saw my teachers in college. I didn't find any of them great, to be very honest. Okay. There might be one teacher whom I really liked, but I could not see her as a guru. Okay. Like she was not really like a mentor. She was a good teacher, not like somebody whom I could go and, share my problems with. And because I never saw anyone in school, I never saw anyone in college, I felt this entire system of having a guru or a coach is just very westernized. Okay. But then I started going deeper and deeper into the training and coaching field. So earlier I was in the e-commerce industry, and then I shifted into training and coaching. And when I was trying to teach without any certification, so earlier what I did was, just to give you a little background, I was working with eBay, and I was not heading, I was one of the core members of partnerships over there. Of course, I had a boss. So over there, again, I had a similar situation, not liking anything. And I'll talk more about that a little later, not just in eBay, but other companies as well. So when I was working with companies, I felt the strong urge to just leave the companies and start something of my own. So one day, what I decided, I just left the company after eBay. I joined another educational firm. I just left it. And next day, I said, okay, now I'm going to become a personality development trainer because that was something that came naturally to me. So I started training, but I was struggling a lot because I would just Google things and I would just go and try to, teach people. And I could see that there was no connect. I could myself feel that I was boring my own self, forget my audience. Okay. And that's when I went ahead and enrolled to, kind of get certified as a trainer. And along the way, I met not just one, but many mentors from different fields. Okay. So the point here is have one mentor for every field of your life. Let's say you have a mentor for your fitness. Let's say you have a mentor for your spirituality, for your rituals. You have a mentor for data analytics, or maybe it could be a mentor for Excel, and another mentor for some other topic, right? The point is go to the right person for that particular topic. If you go to a nutritionist who's your mentor and ask her, can you please kind of guide me for life, she may not be able to do it, right? You need to find the right mentor. And when I did that, I saw change in the way I train. Okay, and suddenly I started getting great feedback. People started calling me again and again for the training sessions and so on, right? So understand that we may be skeptics right now, and I am with you. I was one of them. But then give the process some time, and soon you'll realize you're actually a student type A. It's my belief that whoever has joined Trinity has been somebody who has that A quality in them, not somebody who has B. Today, you may be thinking you're B, but for me, you're actually A because you've taken a step which many other students, which many other working professionals are not taking. They're just going ahead, finishing their college degree, and just going ahead and trying to get high paid jobs, which is not possible because they don't have, the skills, they don't have the practical knowledge. So the point I'm trying to make is trust your guru. Okay, and as I told you, for me, whoever comes to Trinity is a type A because you have seen something in us and you trust us. And why do you trust us? I think you've gone through it, right? You have seen that we have a 92% placement rate of our program completion. You've seen the kind of brands that employ the students for internships and other opportunities. We've trained over 5,000 plus students, and we've got an average rating of 4.7, which is not a joke. By 5,000 plus people to get a 4.7, it's not a joke. And no, I'm not here to endorse Trinity. The reason, see, I associate with companies I believe in, and Trinity is a company that I believe in. I'm not saying every company out there is perfect. You will have complaints here and there, but the point is, how do you deal with the complaints? Do you say, "Acha, ye nahi hai," and then you become a type B where you give up, or you say, "Okay, this is not there, but it's fine. There's something for me to grow in this as well." Then you're a type A, all right? So have faith in the process. Have faith that you've enrolled in the right program. Okay. The next thing that I want to tell you is something known as the library learning model versus the workshop learning model. What do you think this is? Look at the screen. There's a library learning and there's a workshop learning. What do you think is the difference between the two? So I'll give you a silly example, but I think you'll get the point. Okay. Let's say you want to learn how to swim, and I tell you, hey, you know what? This is a fantastic book on swimming. Just read it. It's just 1,500 pages. Read the book and you'll be a fantastic swimmer. You go ahead, you read the book, and now I tell you, hey, you've read the book, let's jump in the pool. Do you think you'll have the confidence to actually jump in the pool no matter how thick a book you've read? Do you think? Do you think you'll become a swimmer suddenly by jumping in the pool? You'll be able to flap your hands and legs and start swimming? So, just by reading a thick book, I am not going to become a swimmer. But what if I tell you, hey, you know what? These are the things that you need to do once you jump in the pool. I'm just telling it to you and I'm giving you a little demo. Okay. And then you jump in the pool. I'm not saying you'll be able to swim, but at least you'll be in a better situation compared to when you read 1,500 pages. Because what we are doing there is a workshop style. I'm demonstrating something to you. I'm telling you, okay, jump in the pool and start cycling. At least you'll be able to float. Okay, now what you do is just, kind of flap your legs in a particular way and move your hands in a particular way. Then you'll take baby steps, and then the caterpillar will turn into a butterfly, right? Let's take one more example. So let's say that you spent 4 years reading books on the different parts of the car, the engine, the chassis, the steering wheel, everything. Okay, the windows, everything out there. You studied all the parts really well, and one day your car broke down, and you say, "Hey, I've studied so many books," and you try repairing it, and then you realize, "Oh God, I've actually forgotten what I studied." It happens, right? Usually, when you go for exams, you study a lot from your books, and then after the exams, I ask you a question and we forgot it. So the same thing. Library model is we're just trying to learn, and learn. And yes, learning is good, but only learning is not good. You need to learn and implement. So library model is we just keep reading, and not doing anything. I'll give you my example, okay? So I was really nervous to come on video. So being from the physical training world where I used to meet people face to face, suddenly when I had to do my Instagram promotion, suddenly when I had to make a video, I was scared. And kid you not, I spent one whole year to launch my first video on Instagram. One whole year. What did I do in that one year? I kept reading. I kept reading, oh, which camera to use, how to shoot a selfie, how should the lighting be. I read all the technical stuff. In fact, I also went ahead and paid for programs to learn how to shoot videos. That was the funniest thing. And the funniest thing was, here I was a beginner who had not shot a single selfie video, and there I was attending programs where they were teaching you video editing and the whole green screen setup and other things. Okay. So what I was doing was I was following the library model for one whole year. And then it obviously did not work for me. And one fine day I decided, okay, fine, let's do one thing. Let's shoot the video, but we won't post it on Instagram. So that was a deal I made with myself. I shot the video. I did not post it on Instagram. I shot 40 takes. Okay, I took 40 takes for my very first video, which was nothing great, to be honest. You can go ahead and probably even see it. And still, I felt that I wish I had done this one year back. I wish I had just taken the 40 takes the first time and gone ahead and put the video than wasting so much time attending workshops, programs, which I was lost because I did not know the basics. How will a person grasp the advanced things when you don't know the basics, right? So going and paying thousands for those sessions, and I could not understand. I just keep making notes of what the person would say, but never understand anything, right? So workshop model is very important. So coming back to the car example, so you studied and then 4 years you studied and then you realize, hey, now the car is broken down. I don't know how to make it fine. Okay. Versus the workshop model says, yes, you learn. Maybe now this is your workshop model, what you're doing here with Trainity. You have a 3 months program. So let's say you scan your library for 3 months. Okay. Like how you're doing with Trainity right now. It's a 3 month program. You scan your library for 3 months. And when you're repairing a part, as in when you're stuck, you know now where exactly to go in the library, which book to read, which part of the book to read. You quickly go to that page, read up, implement, fail. Do again another research, try, and this time you succeed, right? So I hope I'm making sense. Does it make sense? Which kind of learning model would you want to follow, the library or the workshop? The workshop has learning, but it does not have 4 years. It has learn, implement, make mistakes, go back to learning, implement, and then succeed. To be honest, I don't think we can ever have complete knowledge in any model. You go to a doctor even today, the doctor will never have complete knowledge. As a new case keeps coming up, the doctor goes back to his books, refers, comes back to you. You'll always find doctors like that, right? When a doctor has a new case, what do they say? They say, try this medicine, come back to me after 5 days. In those 5 days, what does the doctor do? He talks to other doctors. He reads up on the latest things that are happening on, like, for example, COVID. When COVID happened, doctors never knew what to do, how to tackle it, right? So they tried telling you just isolate. They tried saying, okay, fine, maybe you can now have a crocin. And they learned along the way, right? Knowledge can never be complete, whichever model you follow, right? It is always that you have to be an LLL, lifelong learner. Each one of us here has to be an LLL, a lifelong learner. Okay. So moving on, so this is the library versus the workshop. Library learners have access to a lot of resources, books, videos, tutorials, you name it. Okay, everything they can learn at their own pace. Workshop, they do hands-on activities, they do projects. They often seek the guidance of their mentor or their facilitator or instructor. Okay, so this is the example that I gave you. There are two types of people and they have a set of tools. And person A will follow the library model, सब कुछ पढ़ लेंगे and then they realize, अरे, I still don't know. Person B will scan and will be able to complete the assembly in 1.5 years versus person B who studied a lot, studied for 4 months, but still took 5 years to assemble, right? So the aim is in this case, it's person B. So we'll keep shifting. In this case, the workshop model is a person B, okay? So the bottom line is that follow the workshop model because in less time, you learn, you implement, and you can accelerate your career growth. Okay. Now here at Trainity, I think you've got an idea. The 3 months program that you're doing, it's a workshop style where you're getting hands-on approach. You are going ahead and experiencing things hands-on, and you're building your portfolio on the go, right? So actually attracting recruiters with every little assignment or every little project that you are doing. Okay. The next thing is self-made versus book-made. So many a times, and you'll see this often, okay, in your school, college, you would have seen this very often. We used to get those math questions, right, in our textbooks. And then at the back, you used to get the solutions. Do you remember? Give me an R in the chat box if you remember. In the math problems, your textbooks, you used to get the math problems or even accounts. Those of you who are sorry, I'm not too sure if there are commerce students here, but you have the sums and at the back, there are solutions. Okay. So going back to the example, okay, the book made category, what they'll do is they will look at the question, they will try once, and they'll be like, oh, I'm not getting it. Let me look at the solution. Oh, the solution is totally different. My sir or my mentor has not taught me. Let it be, I'll ask him tomorrow. Okay, this is the book made type. The self made would be like, try it. I'm not getting the answer. Try once, try twice, try thrice. Okay, I'm still not getting the answer. Let me go to Google. Let me go ahead and research. Okay. Let me go ahead and attend some doubt solving sessions. And then let me go ahead and ask my mentor. Look at the path the self-made is taking. The self-made is not saying, ki, Acha, only so much has been taught in my class and the sum is looking different. So let it be, I'll ask myself. The book made will try once, not happen, let it be. Okay. So never ever just be solely dependent on a playbook or an instruction manual, because life is not that way. When circumstances are thrown at you, okay, bad ones, I'm saying, they don't come with a manual saying that, hey, you're facing this problem, go ahead and read this page and you'll get the solution. Does that happen to anyone? If it happens to you, I'm really happy for you that you have a problem and then you also have a manual saying how to solve the problem. Doesn't happen, right? Life does not happen that way. The problem is thrown at you first, you try solving it. Many times the book made folks will say, oh, this problem never came in my life. Nobody taught me how to deal with this problem, and they give up. And then the self-made will say, okay, this is a problem. I'm feeling sad about it. I'm feeling terrible about it. They'll go through the same emotions, but they'll keep trying. They'll talk to people. They try to sort it out. Okay. So always be that self-made, not just solely relying on playbooks or manuals. Okay. Same way when now you've joined Trainity, you'll come across a lot of situations where you are going to be stuck. Let me be very open out there with you. You are going to be stuck. The point is, would you be going the book made way or would you be going the self made way? Where you'll say, okay, looks like Trinity has purposely given me this question without even teaching me the answer because they want me to research. That's a self made. Or you'll go and say, looks like Trinity has made a mistake. I think I'll just directly talk to my mentor and say, sir, sir or ma'am, this was not done in class. It depends on where you want to be in life. The self-made will always accelerate faster. Book-made will be slower. Maybe more intelligent, but will be slower in life. Won't accelerate. The career growth won't be as high as a self-made. Yeah. The next part is always be a high achiever. What do I mean by this? So adaptability and problem solving. These are the two core skills each one of us needs to have. Okay, it's not optional any longer. Let me give you an example. How many of you here watch MasterChef? So recently there was an episode in MasterChef where people were given 20 minutes time to prepare something. Okay. And suddenly after 20 minutes, they were supposed to shift the recipe. So for example, if I'm making a burger and the other person is making a pasta, they're told, okay, make your burger, make your pasta. And they're making, they're happy. Oh, I'm going to make a burger. I'm so happy. I'm going to make a pasta. And then suddenly they throw a bomb. Guys, go shift your stations. Now the burger fellow will make pasta and the pasta person will make burger. And the person who knows how to make a burger does not know how to make pasta. But still the task is given to him. What is he going to do? Right? So here is where your adaptability and problem solving come into picture. Your core skills. Now, when you are with Trainity, again, you'll have a lot of moments, okay? Like especially in your technical scenario, in your tech trainings and stuff, where, you'll be given problems to which you don't have solutions. The point is, are you able to come up with the problem solving attitude? And are you adaptable to solve it? It's okay if you don't get the answer. Your mentors are there for that. But the point is, you need to go to your mentors after trying 3 times, after researching, and actually after learning something along the journey. Even if it does not give you the solution, it's fine. See, understand, in life generally, we all face problems. It is not about reaching the goal always. It's about the person you become in the process. It's always about that, because the goals will keep changing. I'm not saying don't be goal oriented. It's important to have a goal, but remember, it's less about meeting that goal and it's more about who you become in the process. So even if tomorrow you're getting a problem, you're not able to solve it, but you're becoming a type A who's going through thrice, who's trying different permutation combinations, is researching. Along the way, your skills are getting sharper, your knowledge is getting better. And still you have doubts, you go for the doubt solving sessions, you talk to your mentors, right? Same way in corporate. So in fact, you know what? Trinity, we do a lot of corporate style sessions. What do I mean by corporate style? Today, what I'm talking to you actually are the same things I talk to people who are in their 40s. These are the same types of things I go and share with them, right? So in corporate, nobody will come and spoon feed you or handhold you and say, okay, come, let's hold hands. And you have this problem, come, I'll show you how to solve it. They won't do that ever. In fact, the people who are at the top level, the CXOs, and people who are the heads of departments, these are the guys who make the decisions, who make the strategies. They tell you what to do. Who is this you? These are the people at the lower level. So now you need to decide, do you want to be at the bottom level who is always told what to do? Or do you rather work a little hard, be a little smart in your approach, and be at a level where you tell people what to do? And these two are very different things. Please understand. When you tell people what to do, that means you're spending most of your time in decision making and strategizing. When you are told what to do, that means you're spending most of your time in repetitive tasks, right? Where your head is not to be used very much compared to the CXOs. So you have to choose your career path. A high achiever will always be a combination of solving problems, being adaptable in unforeseen circumstances, and believes that, I will not be spoon fed. I won't get that hand holding. I have to learn myself. Okay, yes, you will get the guidance in corporate where people tell you once that this is what we do. They'll give you a little induction sort of a training that this is what we do, but after that, you're left alone to swim in that pool. Okay, so same way, in your 3 month program, I want to repeat this again and again. I want to put it in your head. There are going to be a lot of obstacles. The point is, are you student type A or are you student type B? Type A, permutation combination, doubt solving. Type B, I can't do it. My sir or ma'am has not taught me. Right? Great. Moving on. The next bit that I want to tell you is that when you are solving problems, you become a critical thinker. You're sharpening your mind to another extent. And that skill of being agile, that skill of being really alert and having that presence of mind increases your chances of getting hired. Okay, if you show that you're sharp, if you show that you're solution focused, not problem focused, you tend to get hired. Okay, and I'm not saying you're just going to be left in the pool. You have the support from P Labs, you have the support from your model solutions, your P2P doubt sessions. So don't get scared on a Sunday morning. What is Ria ma'am saying that am I going to be left alone? What have I enrolled for? Nothing like that. You are going to be shown the path. Walking on the path, the roses, the thorns, you have to experience. All right. Moving to the next bit. Okay. The next bit is conquer your lizard brain. So let's take a few examples. When you want to go to the gym or you want to exercise, there will be some people who will say, I'm not in the mood. I'll do it tomorrow. And I'm one of them, by the way. I'll be very honest out there, right? So, oh, I don't feel like, can I do it tomorrow? I'm too tired today. They'll find excuses, right? So what is happening here? They're trying to be in their comfort zone. This is nice, it's cushiony, it's cozy, but the growth is not happening there, right? And there'll be another type of people who feel the same. Each one feels the same, lethargic, not energetic, tired, not in the mood, but they push themselves because they know that outside of my comfort zone lies the real growth, right? Outside of my comfort zone lies the real growth, where I can lose weight, I can be stronger, I can be fitter, and so on, right? There'll also be a type of people where this is where I come in, basically, where they'll say, okay, I want to get out of my comfort zone, but I don't like going to the gym. So what they do is they try to solve the problem. What is the problem? I don't enjoy going to the gym. Okay, so what they'll do is they'll say, okay, fine, let me go ahead and learn something new so that I feel like exercising. So in my case, I started doing yoga because I realized that I'm not a gym person. I like nature, so I go for walks. But then what I really like is doing yoga. Okay, and I did not know yoga. I started learning it, and along the path, I started getting better and better. Right. So growth always is something. We humans are wired in a way that we always want to be comfort, but growth will always happen outside the comfort zone. Okay. So, in fact, let's take one more example, more related to your work. A lot of you want to get really good internships. Okay. But you are hesitant to reach out to the recruiters, to the hiring managers. Why? Because you're in your comfort zone. It's nice, it's cushiony. I don't want to go ahead and search the email ID. I don't want to type a mail. What if they don't respond to my mail? So, what you are doing here is you're feeling safe. One second, I'll just kind of bring the pointer. You are in your comfort zone. You're saying, oh, I don't want to find the email ID. I don't want to go ahead and do this because it takes too much effort. And there's a fear. What if they don't reply? What if they reject me? Okay. But if you get out of your fear, you learn, right? You'll acquire new skills. You learn how to handle rejection. And that's when you'll truly grow. So the difference between a person who wants to reach out to the hiring manager but does not, that person is in comfort zone. But the one who reaches out to the hiring manager, yes, he or she also has his fears. He or she also makes mistakes and is learning along the way, but finally grows and gets good internships and jobs, right? So it's always about conquering that lizard brain. That lizard brain is nothing but it is something that always tells you, hey, come back to your comfort zone. It's so nice and cushiony out here. Okay. But this was a quote, that I read when I was in 11th standard, and it stuck with me, and I want to share it with you. Nothing worth having ever comes easy. Okay, I'll repeat that for you. Nothing worth having ever comes easy. If you want something, it's not going to come easy because it's totally worth it. If something was not worth it, it'll easily come your way. Okay. So same way when you are solving problems, when you're solving coding, you're doing some coding, you're trying to crack something, and it's coming very easily to you. That means you're not challenging yourself enough. That means you are not pushing yourself. You're capable of doing much better. Okay. But if a problem comes your way and you're not able to tackle it, okay, that means the challenge is going to push you harder and make you a better person and help you reach the growth zone. The point is, are you willing to go to the growth zone or not? Or are you willing to just be right here in your comfort zone? So in any situation, we humans have two responses: fight or flight. Okay. Fight means I'm ready to fight it and go to the growth zone, and I will pass the fear zone, I will pass the learning zone along the way. Flight is I'll just run away, I'll just escape. Okay, I'll just go back, take my blanket, and go back to sleep. Okay, so it depends on you where you want to be. Okay, great. So I hope we are clear with you have to conquer your lizard brain because otherwise it won't ever let you grow. So remember, again, remember that quote: nothing worth having ever comes easy. Okay, so solving problems in data analytics, it's coming easy. That means it's not pushing you. You have much more potential. Yeah. With that, I'm moving to the next part, which is going beyond your comfort zone. So growth means always doing the uncomfortable. Okay. If it's easy, it's not going to affect your brain. It's not going to involve some discomfort. It is not going to give you any gains. No pain, no gain. Right? That's what we say. No pain, no gain. And the pain does not necessarily mean physical pain. It could even mean that discomfort. It could even mean that I'm not good enough. Those feelings will come to you. You will make excuses. You won't feel confident. You will be scared of failure. You will be affected by other people's opinions. Somebody tells you, hey, don't take that field. I don't think you will do good at it. Okay. So you follow that person blindly. But when you pass this, you tend to develop your knowledge, you tend to develop your confidence, you become a better person along the way. It's always about the journey of you becoming better and better. You acquire new skills and you become somebody who learns to deal with challenges, right? Moving to the next part, which is reverse mental model. What do you understand by this reverse mental model? So we were talking about being the top 1%, right? At the start of today's session. Top 1% of anyone, be it athletes, 1 to 2%, I would say. Top 1%, top 2% of athletes or performers will always take complete responsibility. They'll always take complete ownership of the situation and they'll try to control the situation. Whereas the other part of performers, the average performers, they'll always keep, kind of blaming their external circumstances and feeling helpless. So the 1% performer will always take accountability. The other person will always get into self pity. Oh, I was not taught this. Oh, my dress is not good. Oh, my this is not good. Right? Breaking the stereotype of thinking process. So I'll give you an example when I said dress not good. Let's say you're a sports person because we're talking about athletes here. Okay. Let's say you're a sports person. Let's say today you don't do well in your whichever sport. Let's say cricket. You've not done well. You didn't do as per your own expectations. So a type A will always say that today I did not do well because I was not mentally prepared or because of me. They will have some reason for themselves. They will never go and blame other people. What a type B will do, oh, I did not perform well today because my bat was not good, my uniform was uncomfortable, my boss, my mentor didn't teach me properly. They'll always, the ground wasn't good, it was raining today, the weather conditions were not fine. So I hope you're getting the point. A type A will always, attribute result to his or her actions. He or she will never blame other people. The only person they will blame is self. But B will blame everyone and everything else apart from himself. So if you really want to get the results you want, you got to take ownership. Okay, I'll give you my own example. How I shifted from being a type B to a type A. So earlier I used to work in companies. So I worked with Wipro, I worked with a startup called Local Banya, I worked with eBay, and there was another educational firm, very local, but these were the brands that I've worked with. And I was always unhappy in these jobs. It was not that I was not getting a good pay or anything. In fact, the last educational firm that I left, I got a 102% hike. Okay, and I shifted industries. I moved from an e-commerce industry to an educational industry, and yet I managed to get a 102% hike. But I was always unhappy. And I used to always keep blaming my team is not good. They don't take up challenges. They don't want to go ahead and try something new. My bosses always keep instructing. They don't let me use my creativity. And I would always feel unhappy in jobs. And then one fine day, I decided that I don't think I want to do jobs anymore, and I quit. Okay, that's when I became type A. How did I become type A? I realized it along the way. I didn't realize it that day. So when one day I got really frustrated at work, in fact, I was humiliated at my work for doing something right. That's when I said that, you know what, enough is enough. My self respect is getting compromised now. And I left that job. And next day, I started. So, next 1 week, I was sobbing and everything. I was feeling pathetic about life and, how my friends are doing so good in their jobs. They are earning so well. And suddenly, I'm unemployed sitting at home. And that's when that shift actually happened. I said, I took the decision, right? For me, my self respect was more important. And that's why I left the company. I took that decision. I took the decision to change my industries and try something totally new. Then why am I blaming other people? Right? And I went ahead, I started coaching. And again, I did not quite do quite well at the start because I was not under any mentor. But then I enrolled into certifications, got mentors for different types of trainings. And that's where today I'm in a much happier space. Right? So it's always about you will be in type B. There will be times. But the point is, let me shift to type A. See, every time a type A won't 100% be a type A. We all are humans, we all have emotions, we will keep shifting. But the point is, each time you move to a type B, you have to tell yourself, hey, I'm moving towards a B. What do I do now to move towards A? Self awareness is very important, right? Brilliant. Okay, so in fact, the top 2% of the athletes worldwide, they always go ahead and give credit to people, give credit to, uh, they'll give credit, but they'll never blame people. So if something good happens, they'll give credit that it was my team that supported me. It was the blessings from people that supported me. But when it's times of trouble, they take the blame, they take the ownership. Yeah. So moving to the next part. So outcome and not refund mindset. So over here, this is my experience and Trinity's experience. Because we have a cashback system, we notice that students are only focusing on getting that refund. And they are going ahead and trying to just copy paste other people's projects. But at the end of the 3 months, they're actually a type B because you remember I told you 92% placement? Guess what happens to the 8%? They were focused totally on the refund, right? So I'm not saying you're not going to get your money back. I am saying do not copy other people's projects. Focus on your outcome. Use your brains, challenge yourself, move towards the growth zone. Focus on doing the projects really well. You'll get a great outcome. And the outcome is you becoming a different person. Here you've enrolled in this program to learn, not to get a refund. You will get a refund, and I would like to call that as your reward for being really driven. If you're only going to focus on the refund, yes, you'll get that refund, okay? But you won't go ahead and become a better person. You won't have the skill which the other people will have, right? So be outcome driven. Focus on doing the projects really well. Let it take little extra time. It's absolutely worth it. I can guarantee you that, okay? Sometimes you get really irritated. Yeah, I thought this project will be done in a few hours. It's taking me weeks. Guess what? It's teaching you something which you didn't realize you needed to learn, and it's making you a better person. And you never know that one big project that you do that can actually land you a great internship at a very great company, right? So focus on outcome. Moving on, leverage unfair advantage. So what do I mean by this? You have like a lot of privileges, you have a lot of advantages here at Trinity, which other people are not getting. It's not available to them. And when you're getting it, use it. Okay, so when I say unfair advantage, let me give you an example. Okay, there are two types of oceans. There's a red ocean and there's a blue ocean. Red ocean is where everyone is there. Whole world is there. It's like a mass. Everyone is there. Okay. And blue ocean is only the different sort of people are there. So red ocean, because there are so many people, the salaries will be lesser because there's a lot of supply and demand. I mean, there's a way more supply than the demand, right? That's the red ocean. The blue ocean is the cream. These are the people who charge higher, who take higher packages, and they are rare in the world. Okay. Now, these people, what have they done to get into the blue ocean? They've taken the unfair advantage. They've done things which the red ocean guys have not even thought of. Okay. Like, let's take one example. On one side, let's say you have Apple. Apple is a blue ocean. Okay. It's made its own market. And on the other side, the red ocean has all the other phones, your Realme, Oppo, Vivo, and other phones. Like, I mean, I don't even know the brands, right? I mean, there are so many brands. There's an I brand, I don't remember, I Alphabet. So all of those are kind of in the red ocean because they all are around the same price point. And like, I'll give you my example. I went to buy a Xiaomi phone and I landed up buying a Vivo phone, okay, because I had a certain budget in mind. And what I wanted, I was not getting in Xiaomi. I said, okay, this is my budget. I'll go and buy a Vivo, no problem. Okay. So what is happening here is that the customer is spoiled for a lot of choices and they are very budget conscious. But the company that's a blue ocean company, there it has a very different type of audience who pay big money, right? So same way when you've come to Trainity, the platform that you've got is a blue ocean platform. There are many other platforms out there. Like go to Udemy itself, there are so many courses. Go to YouTube, you'll get a lot of free courses, to be honest, right? go and buy some 100 rupee course, 500 rupee course, you will get all the material. But all of those guys are red ocean. What they are teaching you won't help you to earn big. But what you're learning at Trainity, to be very honest, we focus only on the top 5 skills. Okay, we don't really go ahead and waste your time teaching you everything out there. Whatever you learn here, it's more than sufficient for you. And whatever you learn, of course, on those topics you go and do extra research. It's not that, like, for example, a lot of students, get confused between data analytics and data science. Okay, and a DA student will go ahead and start studying neural networks, Python, AI, and ML, and other things. Okay, and then what will happen? He gets really confused. Neither he gets a job in DA, nor in data science, nor in BA. Okay, so when you confuse yourself too much, this is what is going to happen. But when you take the unfair advantage that, okay, this is what Trinity has told me, let me master these topics, let me go ahead and utilize the resources that are available to me, and that will help me to take the unfair advantage. Okay, so there are, I mean, so many resources out there which nobody else is giving you. You have content which is 16 hours plus, you have certifications, you're building your recruiter portfolio along the way. With every project you're building your portfolio, you have 8 real projects. Okay, you have the career coaching program, you have the success mindset program, you're getting an HR directory, you're getting that mindset, the learning mindset. So when you're getting so many resources out there, your job is not going to go and search more resources. Your job is to look at the resources that are available to you and research deeper. Become the master of top 4 to 5 skills. You don't need to learn everything. I mean, you rather master Excel that well and earn, like go in a field and earn much more in Excel than master everything. Like I told you, they get confused. They do neural networks, Python. You go and learn 20, 30 tools, and then you're a jack of all, master of none, right? So focus on few things, but pick the right things. Focus on top 4 to 5 skills, and that's good enough for you. Now, how do I substantiate this? Let me give you one example. How many of you have a family doctor for Sardi, Khasi, Bukhar? So, what I'm trying to tell you here is that you have one, which is your family doctor, who treats you for chota mota issues, and he's like a generalist. Okay. And then you have a heart surgeon, you have a dentist, you have an orthopedic, you have an ophthalmologist. These guys charge you way more than your family doctor charges you. So, what I'm trying to explain to you here is the more specialized you become in a particular field, the more you earn. Okay, because the demand is a lot, the supply is less. But when you do something general, like you study 30, 40 tools, you may get a very average job which pays you what, 10, 20,000. But if you learn your skills well, you really specialize well, you can actually ace in your career and start earning lakhs from the first few months itself, right? And I'm saying per month, by the way. Okay, so I hope I'm making sense there that you got to make the most of the resources. Don't try to learn everything. Pick your top 4, 5 core topics and start mastering them. Okay. And while I've shared all of this with you, okay, while I've shared everything, if the belief is not there in your own self, in your own decisions, in your mentor, in your own growth, nothing can happen. You have to have that faith that I have taken the right decision, I am in safe hands, and honestly, that's the key to everything. You have to believe that you'll succeed, and with that intention, you do your actions, and the outcome has to come. The results have to come. There's no chance. There's no choice only, right? So now, why will you win? I just want to increase your belief right now. Your self belief you have to increase. I will tell you why your belief in coming to a program by Trinity should increase your belief, because Trinity will have your back always. You are dealing with mentors who have their attitude of a top 1% performer. The curriculum that you're getting, it's very industry led, it's really laser focused. We don't believe in giving you like 100 hours of content, and that's the reason why you just have around 16 or a little more than 16 hours of content. It's not like you're getting 400 hours of content, right? It's laser focused. The projects are real world, which are not available elsewhere. You're getting the career coaching, because even after like a lot of technical training, people don't know how to talk in interviews, people don't know how to make a resume, and that's why the career coaching helps. You're getting that mental model for your life. Though you are with us for 3 months, but whatever I'm talking right now, I hope this is going to stay with you for decades to come and something that you'll want to pass, because the knowledge that you get is not yours to keep. You're getting it, you're receiving it to share with others, right? And that's how we continue the cycle. This is what my mentors taught me, that you don't have to keep hoarding your knowledge. Your job is to receive the knowledge and keep sharing it with the world and let them share it forward, right? So you're getting the unfair advantage of building your recruiter portfolio. You're building that problem solving muscle. You're believing in actions. You're following the workshop model. And yes, there are rewards, and yes, there are punishments to motivate you further. All right. So with that, I feel that I'm done with all the talking that I had to. Yeah. I hope today's session has charged you up, and the intention is not to just charge you for today. The intention is absorb whatever I've spoken to you right now, make crazy notes of it, refer to it, and keep sharing it with more and more people, because that's how you will also start implementing. The more you repeat, the better you get. So, with that, we've come to an end of today's session. Wishing you all the very best. Remember, the obstacles are a part of success. They are not moving you away from success. The obstacles are there to sharpen you and take you towards your success. So embrace them well. Trust me, the Trainity journey, you're going to have a lot of obstacles. But when you deal with it the right way, in 3 months' time, you'll be a much better, a much different person. That's my promise to you. Yeah. On that note, bye bye, everyone. And looking forward to seeing you again very soon.